the third string notes, which is appropriately the G. Good. All right, so we're playing the G right now. What's really weird is there's only 2 notes to learn on the G. How easy is that? We don't even have 3 notes to learn. There's only 2 notes to learn. We have appropriately the G. There it is. And then you put 2 fingers down on the G to get A. That's it. Those are the only ones we're worried about today. G and A. And I think you guys will notice a lot of the same sort of patterns for SightReader 8. One thing you should notice about SightReader 8, even there's only 2 notes, it's 4 lines long. 4 lines long. So there actually technically is something new to learn, but we'll get to that on the 3rd line. Okay. Let's get a green box going on our PDF. And we're going to hack through SightReader 3. Okay. Because there's 2 notes, I think it would be okay to label, maybe just do a couple labels here and there, but let's not get crazy about the labels. Let's see if we can do it without too many. I happen to know that starts off with some G's and then goes to 4 A's. There we go. You're going to have to look pretty carefully. These are very close together, right in the middle of the staff. So you're going to have to really notice that this one is on the, if I zoom in here, that the G's are on the 2nd line and the A's are on the 2nd space. So be extra observant as you are playing SightReader 8 today. Let's work on the first 2 measures here. Okay, so we have 4 G's. Cool. 4 A's. Not bad. Go and play that for me. Let's see if I can see you guys do that on your cameras. That's what I'm looking for. Good. Nice job, Ricky B. Nice job, Aiden. Nice job, Izzy. Good. Okay, then we're going to move to the second 2 measures. And it looks like I have G, G, A, A, G, A, G, A. G, G, A, A, G, A, G, A. There's a joke about Lady Gaga somewhere in there. You have to think about it. But if I were to play them nice and evenly, G, G, A, G, A, G, A. Good. Now we're going to go to the 3rd measure. I'm sorry, 2nd line. 2nd line. Ooh, so we have G, A, G, big gag, and then A, G, G, A. Ag. Here we go. 2nd line, 1st measure. I'm going to play that 1st measure again. Second measure. A, G, G, A. 3rd measure. G, A, G, A. And 4th measure. G, G, A, A. Now, as you guys know, it's almost all about the glue together. To see if you can glue all those things together, I would really recommend you think about these as Lego bricks. So you learn that one, and then that one, and then that one, and that one, and then you just start gluing them together. So I'm going to go ahead and do the whole of the 2nd line. So we're going to go. Actually, Max, we're not writing the notes down because there's only 2 notes. And so I want you guys to know the difference between the 2. If you need to write them down, go for it. But I'm actually not going to spend a lot of time in class because I want to push you guys a little bit just to recognize the notes for lower and higher. And I think you should be able to do it. Okay, here we go. Second line, whole enchilada. Slowly. 1, 2, here we go. G, A, G, second measure. A, G, G, A, third measure. G, A, G, fourth measure. A, G, G. I said one of those letters wrong. I'm so sorry. For that, I'll do it again. Second line again. 1, 2, here we go. G, A, G, second measure. A, G, G, A, third measure. A, G, fourth measure. A, G, G. Okay. Now, I like to teach you guys something a little new here. You might notice that these notes here, I know, we can go faster. Check this out. This note right here, let me zoom into it really good, has a dot on it. Okay. Now, what a dot does is a dot adds 50%. So you know what? Let's do a little pencil work here really quick. So a dot adds 50%, adds half. Okay. So when we take a look at a half note, as we looked at our, why is this all highlighted? Okay. A regular, let me see if I can do this without, there we go. So just a regular half note would take up 2 beats. But when we add a dot, it adds 50%. And you can see here that it's now 3 beats. It's a tiny little, it's just a little quirk in music. And of course, we have this dotted half note, which is a G. And we would count 1, 2, 3. And then we play on 4 for this note right here. Okay, that's going to be true for each one of these measures. So take a look at this. Here we have an A. That A is dotted. That means it's not just 1, 2 beats. It adds 50%. So 1, 2, 3. And then you would play on 4. So that is what dotted half notes do. Look, and here's an example of the half notes without any dots. Right? Each of these are 2 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's an example with 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember, every single time the note is filled in like that is a quarter note. And so quarter notes are just single beats. So as we do this, let's go ahead and zoom out and let's see if we can work on just our first measure. Okay. You will need to count on this one. So be extra careful on this. So third line, first measure would go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you might be thinking, Mr. D, why aren't those rests? Why aren't we going like 1 rest? Well, the reason is that the note should ring out that entire time. Okay. And so the note will be that long, and then we add the 4 onto the end. So we'll do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. You guys can echo. We'll do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. You play on the 1, you say 2 and 3, and then you play on the 4. I'm going to go ahead and do the second one. Same rhythm, different note. That one's an A, 2 fingers down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do that again. I'll do it first and you guys can echo. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to move to the next measure. Ooh, take a look at this one. Our first note is going to be a 1, 2, 3 on the note G. 4 is going to be on A. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. You have to have your fingers ready to drop down on that 4. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the fourth measure, of course, is half notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. A and G. Okay. Now that we've worked on those Lego bricks, we're going to put them together. This is going to be a section of this that you have to say it while you play it. Let's do it together. And I'm going to kind of count off a little slow. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, a couple notes in here. Make sure that you are saying this one on 3. Okay. And also, sometimes the hardest parts are the transitions. So going from this measure up to this measure, going from the G to the A. So you kind of have to be mindful that you have to switch notes at the right time. Let's do that again. Third line, being mindful of the note switchies. And 1, 2, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. We're going to jump down to the second line. Now, what's interesting about this is we still have a dotted half note, but the dotted half note starts on 2. Look at this. So we play on 1. We play on 2, but we let that ring out for 3 and 4. So we're going to play on 2, but say 3 and 4. That's going to be true for this measure and this measure. So let's just zoom in on the first one. Okay. First measure, 1, 2, 3, 4. Playing on 1 and 2, saying 3 and 4. 1, 2, again, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Second measure, same thing, but on the A. Plop 2 fingers down for the A string. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pretty similar, right? Third measure, we start off in the G and go up to the A. So we have to jump up. Okay? G, A, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, it's super easy to jump through that 3, 4 just because it looks like it's invisible, but always make sure that you say it. And then the last one, easy, 2 Gs. 1, 2, 3, 4. That one's pretty easy, right? We should be able to do that last measure. All right, let's go do all of line 4. Line 4. Okay, so here we are. So we started with 2 Gs and 2 As. Then GA, and then GG. 1, 2, here we go. G, G, 3, 4. A, 3, 4. G, A, 3. Last measure, G, and G. Boy, those half notes sure do feel a little slower after you do the 1, 2, right? They feel a little slower, and these exercises are written super carefully to kind of twist your mind up a little bit. So I have some suggestions. We just went through 16 measures of all this different stuff. We have some new notes. We also have a new rhythm that we're dealing with. Could not more highly recommend that you guys work on your little Lego bricks. Okay, Lego bricks means that you're working on 4 beats at a time. Really get those 4 beats and then glue the next Lego brick on next to it. Okay, I'm going to stop the video here, so this will be